I have some new CCIV news. Lucid Motors appoints Sherry Howes as Chief Financial Officer. There are also several law firms suing CCIV for their misleading information of the 2021 manufacturing numbers. It was originally stated 6,000 vehicles to be produced this year, instead of the new projected 557 vehicles. CCIV is stirring up for a massive short squeeze. We will also take a look at some numbers, price targets, and potential time frame for the short squeeze. There's a lot to unpack in this video. If you're invested or thinking of investing into CCIV, you don't want to miss this. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell to get notified for my latest videos. If you want to get 2 free stocks, try Webull. Get 2 free stocks when you deposit $100 or more. To get the most up-to-date high growth stock news, my latest buy and sell alerts, and smart money market sentiment, check out my Patreon. It comes with private Discord and a full range of server benefits. All the links will be below under the description of this video. Before we get to the short squeeze information, let's take a look at some CCIV news. Lucid Motors, which seeks to set new standards for sustainable mobility with its advanced luxury EVs, on May 5th announced that Sherry Howes has joined the company as Chief Financial Officer. Ms. Howes joins Lucid from Waymo, bringing more than 2 decades of experience with a compelling background of financial and technical expertise that includes leadership of Waymo's global corporate development, investments, acquisitions, and external fundraising, a deep understanding of financial operations for both Fortune 500 and emerging companies on how to improve upon them, based on her experience at Waymo and private equity firms. Over 10 years with automotive OEM, Tier 1 supplier and mobility companies, as well as several years in the capital markets industry as a technology investor, investment banker, and financial operating executive. We are delighted to have Sherry join us. Her rare combination of financial and technical experience bolsters our core leadership team in a pivotal year for Lucid as we prepare to transition to a publicly traded company and launch the Lucid Air, said Peter Rawlinson, CEO and CTO, Lucid Motors. We stand on the cusp of delivering the world's most advanced electric vehicles, and now with the arrival of Sherry, augmented by the ongoing, invaluable contribution of our Vice President of Finance, Mike Smuts, we continue to build out what I believe to be the EV industry's strongest leadership team. In addition to the new CFO, Lucid has announced 3 more additions to the company's leadership team. Margaret Burgraff joins as Vice President of Software Validation, Sanjay Chandra as Vice President of Information Technology, and Jeff Curry as Vice President of Marketing and Communications. These leaders bring decades of expertise in the automotive and technology industries, including with global companies such as Apple, Intel, Jaguar, and Ferrari. With these new additions in place, Lucid's executive leadership team will advance the company's vision to redefine luxury, performance, and efficiencies in the electric vehicle market. In parallel, they will guide the company as it prepares to 2 major milestones planned in 2021, listing as a public company and starting customer deliveries of the groundbreaking Lucid Air. Ms. Burgraff joins Lucid with over 25 years of quality in software development management at world-renowned organizations including Apple and Intel. Most recently, she served as Vice President of Global Developer Relations at Intel, where she was responsible for co-engineering and enabling global independent software vendors to work best with Intel's product portfolio. She has also served as a partner at Continuous Ventures, a global venture capital and private equity firm that primarily supports tech startups. An internationally renowned speaker, Ms. Burgraff has presented to global audiences on topics such as AI, big data, and female empowerment. Mr. Chandra brings 2 decades of experience at various global organizations including Workday, PayPal, and Virgin Mobile. Most recently, he served as Chief Information Officer and Head of Cloud Operations at TiVo/Xperi for more than 8 years. In that role, he was responsible for multiple IT functions, including cloud operations, infrastructure, and e-commerce that contributed to explosive business growth and customer expansion. His extensive experience includes management of a wide range of IT operations and infrastructure that provided global service, availability, and ensured reliability of complex systems. With over 2 decades of marketing experience, Mr. Curry has worked across a range of industries with a resume that includes iconic brands and high-tech startups. An award-winning marketer, his work has been seen on the biggest stage of consumer marketing, including the Super Bowl most recently. Mr. Curry served as vice president of the Jaguar brand. He had also held notable marketing and PR leadership positions as vice president in marketing for Ferrari and leading e-mobility strategy for Audi. He also previously held public relations and brand management roles with Land Rover. Outside of automotive, he launched subscription-based digital entertainment as Vice President of Marketing at SiriusXM and is a founding partner of Mere Mortals, a brand strategy consultancy. Mr. Curry joins Lucid in a permanent capacity as Vice President, Marketing and Communications after consulting on the Lucid brand's marketing and go-to-market strategy since December 2019. Let's take a look at Lucid's recent lawsuits. CCIV breaking alert. Rosen Trusted National Trial Counsel encourages Churchill Capital Corp. 4 investors with losses in excess of $100,000 to secure counsel before important deadline. These lawsuits have been pouring in the past 2 weeks. Rosen Trusted National Trial Counsel is not the only law firm suing. It seems like ever since the first lawsuit that was announced sometime last week, we have a group of new firms jumping on the bandwagon. This is obviously bad news for the stock in the short term. The lawsuit comes from the misleading vehicle manufacturing numbers. It was originally stated 6,000 vehicles to be produced this year instead of the new projected 557 vehicles. A very legitimate reason. That is a huge difference. Although I am extremely long-term bullish CCIV, I'm not going to put on the blinders and sweep this under the rug. We all got hit pretty hard, and I see why these lawsuits are out for blood. Now let's see what's going on with this short squeeze. We've had several new buyers this week once again. There are now 240 institutional owners, and in contrast to these institutions, we also now have a much higher short volume ratio of 41%. This is the highest I've ever seen it. The short volume ratio normally lingers between 24% and below. This is noticeably a lot higher without a doubt. Let's take a look at some price targets to put this picture together. CCIV has been trading below $20 in the past couple of days. We can also see the volume and volatility get crushed and die out. Unfortunately, everyone has fled to cryptocurrencies, and us high growth stock investors are left behind. The money flows in cycles, and at the moment we are left behind to dry out. We are seeing price compression and low volume. There's no telling how long this will last. The good news is, it's holding above $17 for now. The institutional buying and the increasing short volume ratio is creating a lot of stock pressure. I think we will see an explosion of price action to the upside sometime between now and at the end of next month, building up for the SPAC merger date. Typically, when a stock trades in a trading range, the longer it trades in the range, the bigger the move. This is a time to sit back and be patient. Our time will come soon.